Good morning and welcome to NYCryptoTalk. Thanks for joining me for today's Friday's Neo news and update on the state of the crypto market. Today is April 20th and we had a lot of great reviews from the Neo ecosystem in the past week since my last video, so I'm excited to bring all those great pieces of information to you guys. The first thing that I would like to go over is the actual market cap itself. Today we are sitting pretty at $375 billion market cap. I am very excited, very happy to see the sea of green that we've been lucky to have in the past couple of days. It has been a little bit of a roller coaster ride the past couple of months, but I think we might see a recovery. I'm hoping we see a recovery. I definitely think the market is looking a little healthier and we might start seeing some more investors come in. So things are doing very good. Bitcoin at $8,500. I'm really hoping that by the end of this month we hit 400 billion, and that would show some of an uptrend moving forward. I don't know if this is a bull market yet, but as long as we're trading sideways and a little bit upwards, I am very happy. So that is it with the crypto market. Last week I had mentioned that Neo has a European tour, and they do have a live stream that they recorded when they were in Amsterdam, and it is a 6-hour video. So I definitely want you guys to check this out. It is a very, very long video, but the way they did it is they broke out all the different projects and all the different pieces of information from the actual event. So if you want to see just the presentation from specific projects, you can definitely do it. Ontology, Switcheo, Nas, Moonlight, Q-Link, all the different things that happen during the actual presentation, you can check it out. So a lot of great news that are coming from this European meetup. So I do have a lot of news to get through today. I won't go too deep into each of them, but there is some great stuff that's going on. The first will be on Ontology. Ontology did update their roadmap. They basically broke it down to make it a lot easier for people to understand how they're segmenting their project and doing their roadmap both in the chain network and the trust ecosystem, so you can actually see what's being done for the Ontology project right now. So definitely check out their Medium page where you can actually see this screenshot, this actual roadmap image, and you can see all the great information that they basically break down on how they're building the actual system itself. Ontology also updated what they're going to be using as their consensus mechanism, which is a combination of proof of stake, VRF, which is verifiable random function, and Byzantine fault tolerance. So they'll be using this VBFT as their scalability for consensus groups, and through VRF guarantee the randomness and fairness of the consensus population generation and ensure that the state finality can be reached quickly. So it is really interesting to see that they actually launched this information, and now they have more details in regards to their consensus model, and they are the first based public chain with this model. So it is unique to Ontology themselves. And the last piece of Ontology news that I thought was great is Ontology actually translated their website to Korean, and they also have a Telegram group for the Korean community. And as most of you guys know, the Korean community is one of the biggest communities in cryptocurrency. So having things translated into Korean, having a Korean Telegram group means a huge, huge plus for the company, for the project itself. The adoption rate, I can imagine, can just skyrocket just from getting the Korean community on board, letting them know what's going on, having the white paper, all the statistics in the Korean language makes a big difference. So kudos to Ontology for that. New Econo Labs. I had talked about them previously on the hardware wallet segment because they are building a hardware wallet for the Neo NEP tokens, but they are also having some very interesting projects when it comes to development, apps, and so forth. They are basically building a DApp WeChat mini program wallet that's being tested on the Neo testnet. So It's kind of interesting that they're actually building and integrating WeChat into the Neo testnet. So WeChat is a big Asian communications platform. We don't really see that communication software here in the Western world. We use things along the lines of Facebook and Telegram and other messaging software like Google. But WeChat is very big, so building this on top of the Neo platform, I think, is a really interesting move that they are taking. So good job on the new Econo Labs on working on this project. So Thor token sale recap, I did tweet about this the other day. I thought this was fantastic to find out that the token sale, they figured out what the total supply and the circulating supply is now that they did their token burn after the sale has ended. And the token information as of right now is the total supply is 57 million tokens. And out of those 57 million tokens, only 7 million are circulating. So 7 million Thor tokens in circulation. I'm very excited to see that. This is one of the few ICOs I was able to get into. So awesome job, guys. I know that they did a good job and they are happy with their results of their token sale and the amount that they got, and they were able to accomplish the projects that they needed to do. But this looks like it's going to be a low circulating project, which means a huge potential because of the low circulating supply. Trinity, I have mentioned for the past 2 weeks on my videos, but they now have closed with the hard cap reached in advance. So they basically close within minutes, and now everybody's locked up for the 9 months. So good job for the Trinity team. If you guys haven't heard about AlphaCAT, definitely check out the review and interview that was done with the Neo News today. It is on their YouTube channel, but if you go to their Medium page, there is a highlight of some of the main things about the AlphaCAT program and the project that you can get some more information on. So definitely check out their Medium page. There's some interesting information here that if you're not familiar with the project, you can learn more. I probably will be doing a review on AlphaCAT in the near future. Switcheo had made a partnership with the Effect.AI team. So during the actual Neo meetup in Europe, they met, and now they are going to be utilizing the platforms to kind of collaborate and integrate to make it so that both of the projects can actually have a better edge. So I think with the Switcheo network and the Effect.AI partnership, it could be a really interesting, collaboration from AI to the decentralized exchange. Zeepin, as I had mentioned in a previous video, they actually had a beta out for their Crypto Galaxy application, their D-app on the mobile phone. And they actually have a closed beta test report, so they're doing pretty good with the actual testing of that, so good job, Zeepin. And something that happened in the past, I wish I knew about this last week, I would have announced it, but there was actually a blockchain career fair in UC Berkeley a couple of days ago on Wednesday, April 18th, and there was a lot of people out there, including the Neo team and some others. So really interesting news. I will try to keep this out there. I know there's Consensus in May in New York City, and they are going to be having a career fair as well, which I might try to attend just for the fun of it. So information out there with career fairs I might start announcing on my channel as well, because I think it's really interesting and it is a booming industry. There's information out there on the Key, a progress report if you guys want to check it out. They talk about the first 3 months of being live. Obviously the Key is one of the first ICOs that came out for Neo, so there's a lot of information out there about the project and how they've done so far. Trinity also had an announcement about their cross-chain converter a few weeks ago, and they actually have launched it. And you can actually go to Trinity's website. It's called tokenswap.trinity.tech, and you can actually swap your Neo Trinity tokens for a Trinity Ethereum token. Basically, what they're trying to do is they basically want to be able to increase the liquidity, as it will allow the listing of ERC20 Trinity tokens on exchanges, increase decentralized trades between ERC20 and NEP5, and expand their market influence. So as you guys know, NEP5 is not supported on many exchanges, but as an ERC20 token, they can be accepted on almost every exchange because it's much easier to integrate an Ethereum token than it is for an NEP5 Neo token. So really cool that you can actually do the swap. They actually do a lockup on the Neo side when you transfer to the Ethereum side so that the volume and the actual amount total in circulation doesn't get affected. So they do have fees on here. It is in Chinese. If you go to Google, it will translate it for you, but I am using the Brave browser, so it did not translate. So you put in your Neo address, your Ethereum address, and the amount of Trinity, and it will convert it for you. Two projects that got announced recently at the Neo Amsterdam meetup was Victor, which is a decentralized shopping data platform built on Neo, powered by Crowbox. There's more information on their website, vctr.io, if you guys want to check it out. And then there is NOS, which is a smart internet for the smart economy. It is a virtual operating system and is really interesting. I'm probably going to be doing a review on this in the next month because I think this one is actually going to be a big one. Most of the team on it is from their city of Zion. So the people who brought you the Neon wallet, the people who are bringing you the next decentralized exchange are also part of this NOS program. So I think the virtual operating system is a interesting way of taking things and being on the Neo platform, of course. Awesome. Pure Atlas's white sale had just opened up, so you now can do the KYC process for the Pure Atlas ICO. More information on this can be found at pureatlas.com. I will eventually do a look into this project to see what it's all about, but this is one of their new ICOs on the Neo platform. They had transferred to being a Neo-based solution. There is a partnership between Guardium and ZeroChain. Guardium is basically a decentralized 911 platform, and they are going to be looking into solutions that ZeroChain can offer them because they are basically a decentralized cloud software, and they can utilize their data storage and things along those lines. So it's a good partnership, of course, to have. I have talked about ZeroChain partnerships before, and I think obviously utilizing that type of platform can only benefit companies moving forward. So Guardium had a good partnership announcement there. Small news when it comes to exchanges. Obviously, the gas dividend payouts has always been an issue with certain exchanges. Upbit, one of the biggest exchanges out there in the Eastern world, has now announced that they will be issuing gas dividend payouts for your Neo that you hold on the exchange. So interesting news to have. And the last piece of news that I saw, which I thought was really interesting, is basically a Neo compiler ECO. It is a app that allows you to edit, build, and test smart contracts directly from your phone. You can actually download an APK for your Android device and build, edit, compile, deploy, and test your code on the Neo testnet. So if you're a developer and you want to learn about Neo or you want to play around with it, you can actually utilize this Neo compiler and actually build apps. So I thought it was interesting, and you know, it's easier for most people to be able to utilize this kind of platform than doing everything from scratch. So having something out there to make the transition from centralized coding to decentralized platform easier. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I rambled. There's a lot of news going on with the Neo platform in the past week. There's more things happening with the actual Neo European tour, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more news in the next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications to get more information, and please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks again, and have a fantastic day.